Thanks for joining us. And it was an exciting day in Cooperstown as a future Hall of Famer paid a visit. He spent his entire 18 seasons with the Seattle Mariners, where he became one of the most feared hitters in the game. Today, Edgar Martinez had a private tour of the hall, and that's where we find sports director Spencer Davidson.
Good evening, Kristen. It took Edgar Martinez until the final year of eligibility on the ballot, but with 85.4% of this year's vote, he's finally a member of the Baseball Hall of Fame.
I wanted this to happen really bad, so I'm very glad that I got the call.
Martinez got just 36.2% of the vote in 2010, his first year on the ballot. That number grew each year. By 2018, he just missed the 75% necessary to get in with 70.4%. Coming into this year, he was cautious but optimistic about finally getting the call. Because
the process that I had the previous 9 years, I think I was to the point that this will be amazing if it happens. And one side of my mind, I thought, I think this is going to happen this year. But I was ready in case it didn't happen.
Each year, not only did his voting percentage grow, but the calls from Mariners fans got louder. They wanted the seven-time All-Star to be recognized around the baseball world for what they saw in the Northwest for nearly 2 decades.
It's been amazing, the support from the fans, not only through my career, but to get me elected into the Hall of Fame. The support has been incredible for the last 10 years. Being very appreciative of their effort, and I think it helped a lot.
Since he's gotten the call, he said life's been a bit hectic, but in a good way.
At the beginning it was very busy, and I heard from people that I haven't heard in a long time. But now everything is getting a little more settled.
Now he's just getting ready for what's ahead.
I'm just looking forward to, July and be here again.
And with Martinez's visit now complete, that means that every member of the class of 2019 has now made their tour to the hallowed halls. So up next, induction weekend in July. That'll do it for me here in Cooperstown.
From the Sports Station, here's Sports Director Spencer Davidson.
Good evening. Edgar Martinez spent 18 seasons in a Seattle Mariners uniform, where he became one of the greatest hitters in the game during that span. After a long wait, he finally got in, and today he visited Cooperstown ahead of his induction weekend this summer.
I'm looking forward for when July comes here.
Martinez had an unusual path to baseball's hallowed halls. While he had tremendous numbers at the plate throughout his career, it took him until his 10th and final ballot to finally get voted in. He spent a large part of his career as a designated hitter, a position that many old-school writers didn't believe warranted Hall of Fame selection.
At the DH, it was an argument whether it was worthy of being a Hall of Famer. But that slowly was changing with, more relievers getting into the Hall of Fame, more writers looking at other statistics, on base percentage, OPS, high average, all the statistics that today they're more popular. That helped my case a lot.
It was even tough for him initially. As a young third baseman trying to make his way in the majors, he admits he wasn't thrilled when the Mariners approached him with the idea to be a DH.
At the beginning it was kind of hard to accept, the change. But I have to accept the team was better when I was at the age, and I was able to just accept it and embrace the position.
He said that while he went back and forth for years whether he believed he was going to get in, being in Cooperstown today washed away any doubt about whether or not he belongs.
Just to be here and see all the history that is here in the hall, see the plaques of many great players that were that did so much for the game. Now it's becoming more real.
And not only is Martinez going into the Hall on his final year on the ballot, but he's also going in alongside somebody named Mariano Rivera. And today he talked about what that means to him.
It means a lot. Mariano, he's also a Latin player like me, from Latin America. He's someone that I respect a lot, not only because his talent, but because what he represents. He's a great person. He cares about the community, and he cares about people a lot. and he does a lot for people. And to me, it's an honor to be inducted in the same class.
Martinez batted .579 in 23 plate appearances against Rivera, unheard of for a closer of his caliber. Now, that was throughout his career, and Martinez said that he actually owes Mo dinner for helping him to get into the Hall of Fame because of that. The class of 2019 will be inducted in Cooperstown on July 21st. Edgar Martinez spent 18 seasons in a Seattle Mariners uniform, where he became one of the most feared hitters in the game during that span. After 10 long years, he finally got in on his final year on the ballot. Today, he visited Cooperstown ahead of induction weekend this summer.
Now it's just getting to be more real.
Martinez took his tour of the Hallowed Halls today, ending in the Plaque Gallery, where he got to see some of the best to ever play the game before he joins them for eternity in the summer. While he marveled at all the greats who came before, as a Latin American baseball player, perhaps none touched him more than Roberto Clemente.
Clemente, not only in Puerto Rico, but in the Caribbean and Latin America, he was the main name, not only in baseball. He meant so much more to people around Latin America and Puerto Rico. He was a figure, somebody that had success, but at the same time was humanitarian, and care about people. So for me and other players my age, and even a little older, he was the one that people emulate.
With how much Clemente meant to him throughout his career, Martinez wanted to also leave a positive legacy of his own on the game, something that he hoped others would remember him for once his career was done.
Being resilient the whole time, trying to enjoy the game as much as I can, even that there is up and downs, embracing the challenges within the game. And just working hard at getting better. It's allowed me, even through ups and downs, allowed me to be here today.
Martinez said that it's an honor to be enshrined alongside other legends of the game, but that it wasn't something he actively thought about as a player. He just wanted to do things the right way and let everything else fall into place.
I didn't play the game thinking I wanted to be in the Hall of Fame. Being here today is just a byproduct of all those things that I mentioned: enjoying the game, playing hard, working hard, and trying to do the best I could.
And so Martinez and the rest of the class of 2019, they've all now visited the Baseball Hall of Fame for their orientation visits. So the next time they'll all be in Cooperstown is on July 21st for induction day.
Big weekend here for us.
Big weekend coming up quick.